evening. You guys just. To do something.
Not yet, I want to make sure that.
Oh, okay.
It is.
Right, so that's where I need to be very clear. If it's this, then I have to tell them you can't be here.
Yeah, so my initial thought,
This is why I came to you.
okay, my initial thought is no. Because,
But do I let them do other?
so it,
Fran doesn't care. You come pay the money, license, everything's fine. It's not a finance one.
right, we review the business licenses too, so we won't. It can't be how you don't comply with our rules, like that's what other means.
Right?
Um,
I'm leaning towards, I'm sorry, you guys can't practice this year.
I am reading that way too. Okay, he's welcome to rewrite a project description, a business narrative, whatever we want to call it. That just, we still need to know exactly what we do. And then I want you and I and whoever's doing the business license on this one, sit down and talk about it. We have standing planning meetings where we, okay, this business license sounds,
Like you got one, it sounds like it's gonna come.
It's
my way.
Coming our way.
yeah, so.
Learning.
I see that it's gonna be. But if they can't get a feeling MTs, if they can't get a let them, like, no way.
Anatomy, physiology.
Oh, is it anywhere?
Anywhere? Okay.
DOJ, yeah, and he's setting up these.
Very, very tense, very weird. I want to say cat.
And since.
Completely informed to plan.
This is just making me even more.
This is what the state license to.
Renee.
Hi.
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm back to
Oh, sorry.
elbows. I've got a toddler.
There we go.
Kaylin. Richard, nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Person, yeah, we've been talking a lot.
Yeah.
Thank
They
you
need
for
to
your
know.
help.
We're doing-
Oh, yeah, of course.
And then we, if they.
No, you, so great job emailing. Yours coming.
I try.
A lot of parties. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
of course. I appreciate the working study and everything. Because I think we'll put these meetings together and make it.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really our
Super
goal, is to like fill all the gaps as we possibly can, so there's no question.
Yeah, no,
And
it's
moving forward.
it's nice.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's.
Exactly what we need to get and then it becomes
They
easier.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I would try.
Yeah.
I always tell when applicants come back and they ask us again, that there's no such thing as too much information. We'd rather to have all of it, rather have too much than not enough. So I try to do that in letters, too. Rather like have a very long letter.
No,
It could
it's
be
great.
overnight.
You know, some cities,
Yeah.
they give you like
Yeah,
a little
yeah, you're saying.
snippet and then you deliver the snippet and they're like, oh, by the way.
I agree.
Let's get some other stuff. So,
That would make
no,
more sense.
city of Santa Rosa.
We appreciate this. Thank you.
Hello,
Hi.
my name is Margaret Kevin, I'm into planning manager, today, zoning administrator. I know that we have two projects before us today. Is this the project that you're working on?
So that's number one. Yes.
Okay, so even if the agenda doesn't reflect that, I'm going to go with people here first and then we'll do the second. It hurts. Look at that. Okay, so, are we recording?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so I hereby call the zoning administrator hearing of November 20th to order. No gavel. With the taxation meeting. The first item on today's agenda for Renee, I didn't grab my.
I accidentally made it really formal because there was cardstock.
This is hold up, this is made of really for, this is a request for a use permit to operate Crunch Fitness with indoor and outdoor exercise facilities at 38 Dairy Place. Renee Neckardag, your project planner, is going to give us a brief overview. And then we'll move from there. This is sort of formal, but not very, so feel free to speak up and talk to us as you want to. So, bring that.
All right, so this is the zoning administrator hearing for 38 Gary Place. It's a request for a use permit to operate a Crunch Fitness with indoor outdoor exercise facilities at 38 Gary's Place. 38 Gary Place is owned light industrial office in which a conditional use permit is required for specifically indoor recreational and fitness facilities. And so the outdoor portion of the site has been deemed to be an accessory use of those indoor facilities. The facility is, was proposed to operate between 5 a.m. and 11 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday through Sunday, with peak hours in the morning and evening hours. The applicants have provided a parking study, noting that there is ample parking on site to account for general use of the facilities and also the peak hours specifically. In terms of the finding, this proposed use is in accord with the general plan, the objectives of the zoning ordinance, and the purposes of the district, in that it provides an acceptable use for the district and supports the surrounding uses as well. The proposed use, together with the conditions applicable, will not be detrimental to the public health, safety, or welfare, material interest to the properties or improvements in the vicinity or to the general welfare of the city. Again, the parking study provided, in addition to showing the existing ample parking that's available at a neighboring site owned by the same owners, will be sufficient, and the flow of traffic has been reviewed by the Department of Public Works, and there does not anticipate to be any impact on the surrounding area. The proposed uses complies with the applicable provisions of the zoning ordinance as conditioned. The use will be compatible, and that the use will be be responsible for compliance with all applicable laws and regulations. Very specifically, which is noted in the conditions, is screening for the outdoor facilities and exterior lighting. So the exterior lighting will need to be compatible with the light and glare standards found in the code noted in these conditions, and outdoor screening as well. I noticed a fence is noticed to be installed on a previously approved set of design review, and in these conditions will be required to be a minimum of 7 feet tall to provide adequate screening in the surrounding areas.
Okay,
And that concludes it.
sorry, no,
So,
speak up, sorry.
no.
Thank you for the report. Just translating zoning to English. So what Renee really covered was the findings that we have to make for any new project that is conditionally permitted in a zone. So that's health, safety, and welfare of the community has been addressed. The issues that come up with a new project, that we're very excited that there might be a parking problem, because we'd love to have more stuff happening and more excitement. We want to be wildly successful. But we do need to figure out if we really met the parking minimums as required by the city of San Rafael municipal codes. I just want to kind of explain what that was. I know that you've got indoor outdoor space, and Renee and I have talked about this project in depth. So it sounds like we're gonna do up to 7 foot is in your conditions of approval, a screen, right? That was so it looks like by putting that in, you could have a 7-foot fence as described, without having to do any other permits except for a building permit.
a
Right.
building permit would be
Yeah.
required.
If you go higher than that, there's additional planning review that might be necessary, so we wanted to at least get you out the door with a 7-foot with the building permit, but we wanted to, if you feel like, well, it's just not tall enough, we can go a bit higher, just let us know. But there'll be an additional application fee and stuff, so if you think you need an 8, this would be a great time to say, I think is what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you did, okay.
Yeah.
I trust you've seen the conditions of approval. Do you have any questions regarding them?
I don't, they're all acceptable.
There is no one online, so people can't testify online anymore, but I always look to see if there's anybody who was like going to be sending us an email, like, if there's gonna be an appeal, I'd rather settle it now,
Yeah.
so that we don't have to charge more money and take more time away from your business plans. We were able to make the findings. I think this is going to be a great fit, subject to the conditions. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to say regarding this project? Guys, welcome to San Rafael. I'm really excited to have you.
We're excited to
Excited to
be here. Yeah.
Excellent. I hereby approve this project, subject to the conditions included in the staff report. There is a 5-day appeal period. So if there's building permits, are there building permits and?
I don't believe there's any building permit.
Not for the Crunch Fitness yet.
Not yet, yeah.
Okay.
They can be applied for in the meantime, but they wouldn't be able to be approved by planning until actually next Monday, because the appeal period will end on Wednesday at 5 p.m., but we're closed Thursday and Fridays.
We haven't started.
We're all gonna need a vaccine.
Yeah.
That worked great. Yeah, and the fence, because of its height, there's a wind load concern for building, so that if you're doing the fence at the same time, which would save you a little bit of money, if you did. Except for permit, there's. The fence has to show up on the plan, I think. So.
Yep.
Okay, congratulations, we're glad to have another new business in our city, this sounds exciting. Really appreciate your work.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So
And
much.
if you have any follow-up questions.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
I'm excited.
Oh, thank you. That's a good spin. Thanks a lot.
Oh, we're all the way through.
Seven, it's just nonstop.
They just get their immune system set for the place that they're in, and they go to a new one, they're like, okay.
They seem to be more fine. It seems like those of us without newly growing immune systems have had a hard time with all the preschool germs.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Have a great day.
Yeah,
Good day.
yeah.
Okay, Jose, you thought that your folks probably wouldn't be coming to this?
But just ping them again.
Great.
You know, the last time that I said on a lot, and I was thinking, because I didn't have like the spread of the zoning administrator stuff in front of me, but now I've been hearing it from Tuesday. I've been hearing it and no, I like it. I'm glad to be aware. Because it just, that's why I've been working on just silence instead of sounds. Filling with sound. I don't-
I'm not thinking about that, so, but yes, that's what that's.
Oh, for recording.
I'm just trying to pull up. Wait. It didn't land in my inbox, and I just wanted to have it in front of me in some form, Okay, the last thing I have from you on Teams is how are we doing with the DD?
Oh, I'm having. Something,
Right?
cardstock printed.
There was just cards there.
Worse than just a regular printed.
And I'm getting other emails, so that's interesting. Okay, so just for the folks that ever watch.
So it's doing the weekly check.
We have one more item for the zoning administration. I just wanna have that in front. There's no one in the lobby to attend this meeting. There's buddy on the team's meeting virtually that we have concerns or need to know. Oh,
We've got one
attendee.
attendee.
Oh, look, someone did land, okay. So can you forward that to in? There it is.
Oh,
okay.
they come in automatically. They just can't be
They can.
unmuted, I think, yeah. This webinar.
That's, they have it.
Great. Okay, we're on our second item for the zoning administrator hearing of the morning. Couple things on my computer. We do see that there is someone attending online, and although you're not able to actively participate due to Brown Act regulations, I'm glad that you're here, and if you have any questions, you could email them right to Jose if you want us to know them right now, and or yeah, feel free at any time to reach out with any questions or concerns. So this item is 440 Smith Branch Road. It's the on-site private improvements to allow a minor modification to outdoor tennis, paddle courts, landscaping, and parking areas in the San Rafael Airport Sports Center. Again, my name is Margaret, I'm zoning administrator. We do have the project planner here to be able to just present a brief overview of this. Jose, would you mind just giving us a thumbnail of it?
Yes, good morning, everyone. For the record, Jose Herrera, President Planner, City of San Rafael. The project in front of the zoning administrator is at 440 Smith Ranch Road. The zoning for the parcel is PD 1909, San Rafael Airport Plan Development District. Pursuant to PD 1909, San Rafael Airport Plan Development District. PD 1909 B2 allows for minor additions or modifications located within areas for approved development. Subject to zoning administrator, environmental and design review level permit. The proposed development application consists of a minor amendment to the planning entitlement ED 22019 that allows the construction, that permitted the construction of outdoor tennis, paddle court, shade structures, landscaping, exterior lighting, and a parking lot at the San Rafael Airport Sports Center. The proposed revision will reduce the number of tennis paddleball courts from 23 to 17. Relocate paddleball courts to the south of the previously approved location. Add 73 off-street parking spaces. All of the proposed revisions will occur in a previously entitled development area. The revision mainly incorporates a flow-through lane around the perimeter of the sports courts, connecting all vehicular traffic on site through a we'll relocate all vehicular traffic on site without the need for a dead end. The overall site development remained consistent with all the findings in the previously approved environmental design review and subject to the conditions previously enforced in ED 22019. Therefore, staff recommends approval of the amendment with the attached conditions, subject to conditions in ED 22019.
Great, thank you, Jose. I really appreciate that. Have we received any opposition to this project?
No comments were received during the public notice.
And the applicant did receive a copy of the condition of approval.
The applicant was in opposition.
Great, okay. Did we ever find out if paddle board courts and pickleboard courts are the same thing?
They have, yes, the question was brought up that if there was a differentiation between paddleball and pickleball. The pickleball, per the applicant on the call, the pickleball courts were always part of the scope of work and was not added to as part of this one. It was just a reduction of the tennis facilities were reduced.
Okay,
So
so,
programming stayed the same as far as paddleball, the site, the area of work was relocated. The reduction was in the number of tennis.
great, that helps a lot. I just know that right now, pickleball is kind of like in and out, that it makes its own parking needs and stuff. There seems to be a big excitement about that. And why that matters is parking and impacts on the community surrounding. Okay. I think that the report is comprehensive. I think it clearly defines the project, the conditions of approval, seem to address any impacts that we need to regarding the project. Having no one here to speak in favor or in opposition to the project, I hereby close the hearing and approve the project before us with the conditions as stated in the staff report. There is a 5-day appeal period, so you can, I think there are some building plans, and we can't issue the building plans for 5 calendar days from the state, so that business days, sorry, thank you. So with next week, there's Thanksgiving is Thursday and Friday are holidays. So at that time, if the plans are ready to be issued, we can approve them. So this is again for 44th Smith Ranch Road. I think that concludes our business here. If anyone have any questions, is my usual statement, it's just us staff, so, thank you for your time, Robert, I appreciate you listening in. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, please, feel free to email your project planner and we can address them. This hereby concludes the zoning administrator's hearing, thank you so much.